So courage, when we talk about courage, where did you find the courage to step out and kind of create your own success?
In some ways, I was a very reluctant entrepreneur. I was literally dragged kicking and screaming because somebody pointed me in the right direction, and I mean, I had it. I'm going to say I almost had it laid on a plate. The idea that I could do it, and other people's belief in me being able to do it, was there. It was only me holding me back. And then eventually, I realized I had nothing to lose. And I think that's taking the leap when you know that staying where you are is going to let you lead a life that is just too ordinary. Whereas taking a leap forward is, what's the worst that can happen? You fall on your face, you get up, you go back to where you were.
Well, for people like us, yeah, it's like, oh, what's the worst that could happen? And can I live with that? Other people, it's just stepping up to the edge and looking over the edge. It's like, that's enough, you know?
Yeah. And I think we need to recognize that there's enough space in the world for all different types of people. But I mean, the first courageous step is actually stepping out of what you've had, your perceived safety net.
Right.
And I think it's a bit of a myth that having a job is safe, because
we've seen that.
You know, they can quit you in a month. You know.
Yeah.
So at some point you're always going to be kicked out of wherever it is, whether it's retirement, whether it's being invited to go and take another job. It's happened to me a few times. Or whether you just recognize that where you are is actually so uncomfortable that moving somewhere else is just going to be the most comfortable. Right. But then I think actually keeping going, there's an element of belief and bravery that you have to keep going. But equally recognizing when you have to stop. And some of the bravest moves I've seen in business are people saying, enough's enough. This isn't working. I have to walk away from it. I have to have a clean break, because moving to nothing at least gives me the opportunity for possibility. Whereas this is holding me in misery, and life is way too short for
Absolutely.
that.